Hello, Doctor. Thought I'd give you a quick review of our new iDrive setup for the 2009 335 Xdrive Coupe I was talking about. So this is basically your first main menu here they have. CD, multimedia, telephone, navi, contact, speed navi assist, vehicle info, and settings. All this is basically controlled right by your iDrive controller right here, which has a couple of hotkeys that you have around CD, radio, main menu, telephone, and navi, or else back and option. And this is controlled by rotating it left and right, pushing left and right here, or pressing down to select or up and down. So it's actually very intuitive to get used to. Actually, after you have that car kind of set up to your priorities and your settings, you really don't go into the iDrive too often. A couple of cool things I'll show you, and you go into the CD menu. Of course, on the left-hand side, there's CD and DVD, as well as it has your music collection. And that's an internal hard drive that stores all your CDs. So when you pop your CD into the CD-ROM right here, it stores the CD onto the internal hard drive, you eject it out, and you keep that at home. And that roughly stores about 480 CDs on the hard drive. External devices being your iPod connection that's in the console, or a USB connection that you have in the glove box as well. Radio, tapping on that. AM, FM presets is where you store all of your 40 favorites of your channels, all stored in there. So AM or FM, and also you have these keys here. So when you're actually touching on them, I'm not going to press the button, just touch lightly, and you'll see it actually give you a preview at the top there, so you can see what these have been signed to. And by hitting the telephone menu here, right there, you'll go into your telephone, which stores your phone book. You can see on the top left-hand side there. And all of those buttons, the 1 to 6 that you use for programmable keys here, can also be stored to being radio stations, but it's also telephone numbers. So if you have someone that you call often, you just simply press number 1, it can take you to that person. Number 2 can be AM channel, number 3 can be FM, number 4 can be back to another phone number that you dial often. So it's very easy, and actually syncs your contacts right off your phone. So it stores it all right there for you. Of course, the Navi system here. This is your display screen. This is the perspective view, which sits up above. Has a kind of a 3-dimensional view of it, and you can change the scale like I'm doing right now, 25, 50 to 100 meters. This is all hard drive based as well, and the mapping is just sensational. I'll show you. We'll just go over to the left-hand side here. It has this new feature called Interactive Map. When I click on that, it allows me to actually scroll out to say a scale of 200 kilometers, and that's right across Canada. So what I can do is I can actually scroll over to the right-hand side, and we're gonna take a little trip down to Toronto. So all the mapping for North America is all saved in the into the internal hard drive. So you can scroll around wherever you like. Head over here. Change the scale by say 20 kilometers. So when I scroll over to the right-hand side here, you can zoom in right on all your major centers that are new mapping, and you'll see this kind of get extended as time goes on. So here we are in Toronto. Scroll into a scale of 500 meters, and kind of gives you an idea of the landscape and everything else like that. When I go to 200 meters, you'll start to see these kind of populating buildings, like you can see on the lower right hand side there, starting to pop up. Now I'm going to take this one step further. Here we go. Look at that. All 3-dimensional mapping all around Toronto. And this is not like the like the background of a Flintstones cartoon. This is actually true to scale buildings. Actually has the tower here and everything else, so it's a pretty incredible system. And you'll see most of your major centers all mapped like this. Calgary also features some buildings in that too. And as time goes on, there'll be more software updates to hopefully get a point where we have this in all your even smaller and major centers across Canada. So to exit out of this, press down, exit interactive map, takes it right back to home. Pretty advanced stuff. So anyhow, that's just a quick review on our iDrive system. If you have any questions, give me a shout, and I'll send you some photos in the vehicle as well. Thanks for watching.